Hi everyone, it's Rigsby here from the RIGSBY-I-AM live stream. Yes, I'm treating you all today, I must admit, I'm doing a few videos. Got a bit of time off today, so I thought I'd get some videos together because it might be the last for a while. This kit, what I also do with my job, as you know, a lot of you know, I'm a general builder. I do get asked quite a lot to go into or go to houses and where the keys have either been lost or the previous tenants run off with the keys, or basically what you find is they change the locks because the landlord's got to set himself anyway, but they change the locks and then they take the keys with them. So I'm asked on occasions to go and obviously try and gain entry into the property by doing so by the least damage possible. What I've got here is I've got my lock picking lock picking kit. This is what I use. It's quite a good set. They're from Sparrows. I think they're Canadian. There's a guy on YouTube called Bosnian Bill. You want to look him up. He does some lock picking. I mean, man, that guy is really good. He's so fast. People send him blocks they've altered and make them as hard as possible to get in, and he films himself doing those, getting into those. He's really good. I mean, that's a guy who knows what he's doing. I'm not that fast, and I don't claim to be that fast. As long as I can get into a lock without causing extreme damage, the person at the other end's extremely happy about that. But this is a lock picking kit from Sparrows. This is a Southord, and it's a similar kit, but the quality is just not as good as what the Sparrows is. Sparrows is really good. I'm going to show you a couple of training locks. That's a training padlock. Okay, where you can see inside, and you can see all the pins. Come on, get focused. It's not that hard. Yep, so you can see all the springs, you can see the pins, you can see everything inside it. So when you're picking this lock, the idea is you're training yourself to actually see how to get into it. So you know that when you lift it, you can actually turn the actual cylinder inside. Okay, so like that one, you turn the key and up it pops. So you can see on that one, guys, I don't have a phone stand. Yes, I should get one, should know better, but I'm only doing these quickly just so you guys can see what I get up to. Be honest with you, this is probably one of the easiest locks to buy and pick. You probably can pick this with a spade. The more of a gimmick than they are anything else, but anyway, chuck it over there. This is what we call a €1/2. This is what we have in garage doors and things like that. But you don't need access to the lock from the other side. So this is a €1/2, so it's blanked off on one side. Okay, and your key goes in the other one. Nice little lock to train to pick on. It's worn, so with like new locks, yeah, this still is difficult to get up to actually get yourself learning on and stuff like that. But once you start getting a little bit more experience, the actual worn ones make it a little bit more difficult to do it. We call that a stump bolt there, throw bolt. So basically what you do is when you turn your key, that turns over, okay, and allows, I know, you should have a phone thing, yeah. Allows the actual key to turn and turn the actual pin itself. Okay, it is difficult, guys, to try and do this with one hand. But there you go, it's going over, look. And that throws the lock inside. A lot of these are in the plastic doors. You can actually buy Euro casements, and it's classed as a Euro cylinder because of that particular shape. If it was an oval one, it would be oval shaped. Okay, so that's that. This is a Yale. I reckon it's a Yale. Probably no, it's an ASEC. Similar to a Yale. This is what we call a night lock, a night latch. Fits into another part. You can change the barrels over, the cylinders over, and you can see on that one it's a 6-pinner. Okay. So basically that just turns around in there, throws that lever over, and that turns the mechanism inside the lock, which undoes the door. Okay, they're still as hard to pick. I'm not going to go into. I don't proclaim to be a master craftsman at actually picking locks. So anybody who comes on and wants to mock it, fair play, do it. I've just told you what I'm like. I do it and I still get paid for it. So at the end of the day, as long as I get paid for doing it, I'm not bothered. These are from Sparrows. These are training locks to learn how to pick. Okay, and they're all in a different number of pins. So you can set. Obviously, they get harder. I'm trying not to obviously move the camera a lot or get a lot of glare on for you, but they actually are set at different difficult levels to actually pick. And again, you get a set of keys with those. I'm not getting anything off Sparrows for this, it's just the kit I bought. It is best if you keep practicing now and again, because if you're not picking locks all the time, they're not as easy to pick the next time. You can pick a lock and then try and pick it again, and it'll probably even take you longer than the first time you did it. It's just a matter of keeping it going and doing all the rest of it. So they're the training locks and some of the real locks, of the locks we have over here. So in the Sparrows kit, what I bought, got all your picks, all what I use for picking locks, all different types. The Sparrows locks, a really good set. If you really want to know more about these and all the different names and all how to use the different ones and all of that, go over to Bosnian Bill on YouTube, type it in, and this guy honestly has got hundreds and hundreds of videos, and he will show you what they all are, what they're all used for, each little bit of bob. I'm not going to go into it because I seriously don't have memory space on this phone, but that guy will go through all of the set, go through everything and show you how it's done. But this, all I'm doing is just basically showing you what I take to a job. It's a nice little pouch. Just zip it up, take it with you, and there's enough in there for the locks I tackle to get me in. On occasions I fail to do it, or I'd probably be sitting there for another week or so trying to get into them. So on certain locks, I'm not going to go into how you get into these, how can I put it, not the crooks way. There is an aggressive way of getting into these locks which maybe a lot of burglars use and stuff like that. I also have the ability to do that, so that if picking them fails, I can actually get in another way. Yes, it destroys the lock, but certainly, guys, I'm not going to tell anybody on here how to do it. There's probably enough videos actually doing that, but I'm not going to be responsible for somebody who gets broken into because they've watched something of what I've done. Just not going to happen. But if you want to have a play with things like these are cheap enough. They're only like £4 off eBay or something like that. Ideal little thing to play with. Depends what you're getting into. If you want to just have a muck around and a play, I mean, I bought mine. My kits paid me back. They're not cheap. I think this one was £100 pounds. They're not cheap to buy. You can buy little cheap nasty ones if you want to just play with it. They are interesting as a little hobby just to muck about with, to be honest. You're just not going to get frustrated, because it's quite easy to get frustrated doing these. They're not the easiest things to pick up. This thing is. It's just a cheap gimmick, to be honest. But you can see whatever. You can see. The interesting part is you can see everything inside it. You know, it is a bit of fun. Some people try and make out that these are serious things. These ones, trust me, guys, they're not. Don't waste your money if you think that. These are. Okay, and they're all at difficult. They're set at difficult levels. You know, they're different. There's different pins. You've got some are serrated pins. Some are standard pins. So they're meant to test you for all the different types of pins, because some pins have got some serious security pins inside of them with serrated and all of that kind of thing, different tension springs and all of that, and they are there to stop you picking them for obvious reasons. That you're not going to struggle with, really not. That's too easy. It's designed that when you're going along with the picks and you feel inside for the pins, you can feel that there's something different with them. The pins are all different lengths and stuff like that, so you've got to try and get behind other pins to release the pin at the other end. You can feel it turn. You can start feeling the difference in the set when the actual tension bar starts turning round, and you get either a false set or you get a little bit more, and you can feel it going. And then when it actually goes, well, you do feel pretty good with it, to be honest, and more so if you're getting paid for it. Like I say, some of them I would never be able to do. Some of them are serious security locks, and I know for the reason being is I fit them, and I fit anti-drills, picks, bump, because you can bump locks. You can see a lot of sites go on you and they make out that the gear they've got really will get you into locks easy. I mean, really, just don't forget, guys, that if you are breaking into somebody's property, it is an offence if you're not doing it legally, and to be caught. Even in the UK, if you're caught with this kind of kit on you and you're not actually going to a job, or you're not actually, you know, down for doing this kind of work, you're going to get yourself in trouble. I am not a certified locksmith, and I'm not going to pretend I am. It's just one of those things. It's just stuff I'm putting together for you guys on the stream, and anybody else who just wants to flick over it, really. You know, it's just a bit of fun for me. Makes me money at the end of the day. But if you are wanting to have a play with stuff like this, I mean, you're more than welcome to drop me a line and I'll show you where you can actually get this stuff from. It is fun if you're doing it at home. I get a lot out of it. But again, go and look at Bosnian Bill. The guy knows his stuff. I can't fault him. I've spent many an hour looking at his videos, and he's taught me a lot, and I'm sure he's taught a lot of other people a great deal of stuff. So a great shout out to all you guys on the stream. RIGSBY-I-AM live. Just click on my name, follow it in, and you'll find the stream. Some really great friendly people on there. Some great chat. Pop in, see if you like it. You know, if you don't, you can always go to another stream, do what you want. Alright guys, thanks very much, and I'm out. That's another rambling's over. Thank you, bye bye.